Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I want to show you how to combine your black tank and your gray tank into effectively a single tank. Now there's basically two reasons why you would want to do this. One is if you're boondocking and you need to go into town to dump your tanks and you want to put that off as long as possible. Number two is that if you're in an RV park, however, you do not have a sewer dump right at your campsite. You would have to pack up your RV, bring in your slides, bring up your levels, and get everything ready basically to drive off, and then just drive across the camp to the dump station, dump your tanks, and then drive back to your campsite and set everything up all over again. Nobody wants to go through that. So, if, for example, you're in a campground you're going to be there for 7 days, and you have now been there for 5 days, and your tank is getting full, especially the gray tank is full, you're going to have to dump it. If you could make it last just a couple more days, then you could do your dump on the way out leaving the campground. So this is my situation right now. Here are my levels. My gray water tank is completely full. My black water tank is on empty. It's actually less than 1/3. If it was 1/3 full, this light would be on, so it's a little bit less than 1/3. And the way to make a positive confirmation that your gray tank is totally full is if you've got water standing in your bathroom sink that won't drain, and also there is water in the shower that is just not draining. That's not because I've got any sort of a clog. It's because my gray tank is so over full that it's backing up into the shower and my sink. And the unfortunate thing is that I've got to do a dump now because my gray tank is full, but my black tank isn't even 1/3 full. So if I could transfer some of the water from the gray tank into the black tank, then that would give me some more time. That would give me some more room in the gray tank to last me another 2 or 3 or 4 days. So I'm going to show you how to equalize the levels in the black and the gray tank to be able to do that. First you have to get one of these devices. It's called a twist-on waste valve. And you put it on here where your hose would go, and make sure this is closed, everything is on tight, and now open up the gray valve. So that now has allowed the gray water to come from the gray tank down to here, and it's just waiting to be released. Now I'm going to open the black tank, and before the black tank contents has a chance to come down here, the gray tank water is going to be forced to rush up into the black tank. And I can kind of hear it. So when I hear the water has quit moving, I close both valves. And then let's go back inside. So now my gray water has gone down to 2/3 and the black water has gone up to 1/3. It should be more even, although these tanks are different sizes, so that may explain the difference, but it should be pretty much equalized in both tanks. And these lights are just really an estimate. The lights could be off a little bit. So, but the important thing is my gray water is only up to 2/3. So I've got a whole third of a tank left to fill up with more water, and that's going to last me 2 or 3 days. And then when it gets filled up again, I can go through this procedure again to allow even more water to move from the gray tank into the black tank. And as you can see now, my sink has drained and my shower has drained. So now, when I'm ready to do a dump, I will put my hose onto here. And then put the other end of the hose into the sewer drain. Now with both of these closed, I'm going to open up this valve. And that little bit of liquid you saw go down was the liquid that was holding between these two valves and this valve, just that little bit. Now, I'm going to open up the black tank valve to drain it. I'm going to show you this lovely little window here so you can see what's coming out. And I pull the valve. So when that finishes, I'll close the black valve. And now open the gray valve. So you can see how much longer it takes to dump the gray tank than the black tank. So now I close all three valves and take off my connection here. Put on the cap, make sure nothing leaks out. And now I can just remove this whole thing here and store it away. Or I can just leave it there for the next time I'm going to use it, which is what I'm going to do. I don't have any particular reason to take it off. So that's it. Everything is dumped, and in another week or so, go through the whole process again. Good day, folks.